This is All the Pretty Horses by Cormac McCarthy. And there are a lot of horses in this book. They are real horses, but they also seem to be symbols of something, like the purity and strength of nature, or the purity and strength of the main character, who is a young man named John Grady Cole. And even though he loses a lot of his innocence in this novel, he's always able to connect to some deep, untouched part of himself whenever he's interacting with or working around or even just thinking about horses. And I think this is something that we can maybe all relate to if there's something for you that you can always turn your mind to, no matter what is going on in your life, that will give you peace and kind of reconnect you to some elemental part of yourself. And it can really be anything. It could be music or your childhood or nature or books or horses. So I'm going to read a short passage where John Grady kind of expresses this feeling when he's in a really terrible situation. He's in prison somewhere. He doesn't know what's happening to his friends. He's really alone. And then I'm going to skip back a bit and read a dream that really captures the essence of the function of horses in this book. So, starts with John Grady in prison here. He lay there 3 days. He slept and woke and slept again. Someone turned off the light, and he woke in the dark. He called out, but no one answered. He lay in the dark, thinking of all the things he did not know about his father, and he realized that the father he knew was all the father he would ever know. He would not think about Alejandra because he didn't know what was coming or how bad it would be, and he thought she was something he'd better save. So he thought about horses, and they were always the right thing to think about. That night, he dreamt of horses in a field on a high plain where the spring rains had brought up the grass and the wildflowers out of the ground, and the flowers ran all blue and yellow, far as the eye could see. And in the dream, he was among the horses running. And in the dream, he himself could run with the horses over the plain where the rich colors shone in the sun. And the young colts trampled down the flowers in a haze of pollen that hung in the sun like powdered gold. And they ran, he and the horses, out along the high mesas where the ground resounded under their running hooves. And they moved, all of them, in a resonance that was like a music among them. And they were none of them afraid, horse nor colt nor mare. And they ran in that resonance which is the world itself, and which cannot be spoken, but only praised. In the morning, 2 guards came and opened the door and handcuffed Rollins and led him away. John Grady stood and asked where they were taking him, but they didn't answer.